Hello. In the previous video I showed you how you can create an automation using state machine. We created a simple one, just when you switch, after 3 seconds it will change the output value, and if you change it back after 3 seconds, and it will look something like this. So now we can try to create this automation using a flow, and it requires no scripting at all. So let's begin with that. We first disable this, because we're using the same button. Test flow. Okay. So there's no scripting, it's empty, it's not needed for this simple one. So first we need to get the state of the boolean, this one, and we do that by adding a step, and let's say bool1, the type, and we create a variable. Let's call it just bool1. What client is Home Assistant. Global doesn't really matter. We say this is the entity ID, it's the same with the state machine. Is this entity ID. Mocking values, well, on or off is the same. You can leave it empty, you can just type in on or off. Payload on start, that means if we start the automation tool, when the flow starts, it has a value, this bool1. Do you want to have only a change that it will be triggered, or right away at startup? But we want right away on startup the value, so we say yes. And we can now save, and we see it's off, and it's on. So that one is working. So the next step is, what will we do when it's off or on? So we add a step, and we say, okay, when it's on, we use now a comparer, and which one? Equal. And when the value is on, we do something, and we connect this one over here, and we can do the same for off. Compare, which one? Equal, off. Now in this case I will just use a timer and not the sub-automation. I will first show you the timer. Timer 1, and we use a timer. We need to give the timer variable a name, and yeah, the 3 seconds in the state machine, we will do it here too. Okay. And after the timer, that's why we want to set the number to 20. So let's go 20, the type. So there's an execute on client, let's execute on Home Assistant. Which one? Home Assistant, the command. We call a service, and the service's input number, the parameter to that's the action, that's a set value, and this is how Home Assistant, how you set the input number 1 to 20. You can save this. So through, now it should be 20. So I can use a timer, let's say timer 2. But for the fun of it, let's use this sub state machine, you know, but was just a delay. So we can do that also in this flow. We can add a step and we say delay type. So that's a sub automation. Which one? Delay. And not a script value, but right away the value, 3 seconds. And let's copy this one. But now set it to 10. Now let's see if that's working. See. Okay. Yeah. So now we created a flow and it required no scripting at all.